Hello, welcome to today's video. If you want to see how I created this look with the new Corpse Bride X Revolution palette, which cost me £16 from Beauty Bay, then keep watching. Spoiler alert, I loved it. As always, thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here. If at any point during the video you decide that you enjoy what you're watching, then make sure you give me a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you came and joined my tiny corner of the internet and that subscribe button as well. Without further ado, let's get on into the video. I have done my eyebrows and my eye primer, and we're up close and personal so you can see what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and take our first shade, and I'm going to be using the shade Butterfly, which is the bright electric light blue in the palette. It is this one just here, and I'm just going to take that pretty much all the way along my crease. First impressions, there is a bit of kickback in the pan. I'm going to load my brush up. Unfortunately, there's not a mirror with this palette, so I'm going to have to use my Wilderness palette. I'm kind of just stamping on the colour because I don't want to diffuse it just yet. I'm going to place it kind of where I want it and then blend it out from there. But as you can see, I don't think I'm going to have to work very hard with this because it is very pretty. It's nicely pigmented, it's not too pigmented. It is a light shadow, so I have a feeling it's going to blend out nice and easily. Yeah, look at that, of course. To be honest though, with Revolution shadows, normally when they do a collaboration with someone else or a film or a franchise, the formulas of the shadows are generally much better than their standard palettes that they sell, so I was expecting good things, but I am pleasantly surprised. Super nice so far. So the shade Butterfly is great. The next shade I want to go in with using the same brush because I'm lazy, is going to be Evergloss, and it's a slightly purpley blue. Oh. It is the shade just here, Evergloss, and I'm going to take this just slightly inwards of the lighter blue that we placed down. Again, kick back in the pan. I only took a little bit of this one, but as you can see, the colour payoff is very similar to the lighter blue. Take just a little bit more just to deepen up this outer corner. Very nice. Again, stamping the colour just where we want it. I am doing more of a circular shape than I usually would, just because I wanted to do something inspired by the film, by the character. So I am taking it kind of in a circle, following my crease. It literally just melts into the other blue colour. Nice. Next, on a smaller brush, are you focused? Hello. Next, on a very small brush, I'm going to take the shade Moonlight, which is the darkest blue in the palette, the darkest colour I would say, aside from the black shade which is called Freedom. It is the shade just here, and I'm just going to stamp that just underneath where we popped the previous colour, just to really deepen the crease, and then I will blend out afterwards. Okay. Again, very pigmented, easy to blend, easy to work with. So what I will do is take some more of our first shade, which was Butterfly, just a very tiny amount, and just add a little more on the edges. So now I have the majority of the eye done. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to grab some eye base, and I'm going to just kind of do a little bit of a halo eye, and I'll be using 2 of the shimmers on top of those, and those will be Poison and Underworld. I have just swatched them both for you. So this one is Poison, this one is Underworld. You can see they're very kind of pretty, similar to the blues I have on my eyes, but just shimmer shades. In the pan they are just here, the Poison and Underworld. Ooh, Poison is quite crumbly in the pan actually. I'm predicting maybe a little bit of fallout, but let's see. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. I want this on the outside of the shape that I've created. It wasn't the neatest halo eye, but doesn't matter. I tried. Okay, so far so good. I'm just kind of patting it in rather than dragging, because I don't want to create any fallout. And it's working very well. And now we're going to take some of Underworld. This immediately feels completely different. The formula for this is very, very soft, not crumbly at all in comparison to the other one, so I think it's a different formula. Yeah, I do have a little bit of fallout just down here from that other shimmer. Ooh, yeah, very nice. Underworld is super, super pretty. I'm just going to continue to try and brighten up the middle of the eyelid. I'm going to take a tiny bit of Betrayal, which is the lightest shimmer, let's say. Betrayal is this one just here, the lightest shimmer in the pan, as you can see. And I just want to take that literally on the very middle, the middle of the lid. Oh. Did that do anything? I'll try with the finger. Huh. It's not really doing anything. I think probably because I'm putting it on top of the shadow that's already there. You'd still expect it to show up. Maybe we can try some on the inner corner once we finish the look. So to finish off this eye, so I can continue off camera with the other one, I'm going to take the same blending brush that we used for the majority of the matte shades, and I'm just going to blend in the darker shimmer with the rest of my shadow so it's not so blocky. So now I have pretty much finished this eye. I just need to pop off camera, do the rest of this eye, do the majority of my face, and then I will pop back and do underneath the eyes. So see you soon. As you can see, I have finished the rest of my face makeup and the other eye. I've just popped some lipstick on as well. And let's go ahead and finish up the eyes then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shade Butterfly underneath my eyes, which is the first shade that we used earlier, the very, very light blue. The colours, I cannot get over how pigmented this is and how easy it is to blend. Solid. So next I'm going to take the dark blue, which was Moonlight, and I'm just going to pop that really, really close to my lash line. This is such an iconic Corpse Bride shade as well, this blue. Let's give that shimmer one more try, that shimmer that we tried to use earlier, Betrayal, just on the inner corner. So let's take a very small brush, you know, give it a chance. Oh, hello. There she is. I don't know why that didn't want to work for us earlier, but ooh, I'm in love. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm just gonna blend out the edges of that a tiny wee bit. I actually am gonna swatch one of the shades Scraps. Is that the name of the dog? I think so. Ooh, that's pretty. Let me show you. You see? Very nice kind of peachy shimmer. It's this one at the top of the palette. This one just here. Scraps. I'm gonna actually use that as my highlighter. So a little bit on my nose. Boop. Yes. Absolutely. Time for some setting spray, and then I will be back with some mascara, maybe some lashes. I'll see how I feel, and the finished look. And this is the finished look. I am super, super happy with how this turned out. Of course, we are reviewing the palette itself, not the rest of the makeup. But if you're curious just to know what I did with the rest of my face, I contoured to bring my cheekbones in, my jawline sharper, and my lips I made more round, more cartoonish. So that's basically what I did. And then I just went away and curled and messed up my hair. But let's talk about this palette. So obviously I only used a couple of shades. I definitely want to go in and try some of the other shades, especially this maroon color bouquet. I'm super, super excited to try that, as well as some of the other shimmers. Maybe do kind of like a burgundy and blue look, a purple pinky look. And there's also a really gorgeous gold shimmer in here that I think would go really, really nicely with the burgundy colour. So I will most likely be doing another video using this palette. But from the colours that I did use, I am super, super impressed. So in terms of negative points, there was kickback in the pan. As you can see, the palette is a little bit messy. And the only shade I had fallout with was Poison. I ended up having some fallout just on my cheekbones, which I had to wipe away before I obviously did my foundation. But that's the only shade where I had that, and it's, like I said, it's that shimmer that's a little bit more on the crumbly side. There are two different formulas in here in terms of shimmers. There's more of a soft and smooth shimmer, which was the lighter blue that we used, Underworld, and then Poison, which is the more crumbly shimmer. So there are two different kinds in here, so just be aware of that. One thing that I really, really love about the eyeshadows is obviously the pigment. Super, super pigmented. Really, really great color payoff, and really, really easy to blend. I mean, you can see here that the colors just kind of blended in seamlessly together. I didn't have to do much. Yes, of course I took my time, but you have to do that with colored eyeshadow. Another thing I adore about this palette is obviously the packaging. I mean, I love Corpse Bride, I love Tim Burton films, so for me to have this is definitely a novelty. I think if you're not into Corpse Bride, then you are not going to want this palette. It's just as simple as that. But if you have been debating getting this because of the novelty but weren't too sure on the quality of the shadows, I'm here to put your mind at rest. The shadows worked wonderfully. I love the detailing in here as well with the quotes either side. The fact that it opens up, that's pretty different in terms of Makeup Revolution. I've not really seen another palette like that from them. I also really love the fact that there are little butterflies pressed into the matte shades of the palette. I just think it's such amazing detail for, in my opinion, a very affordable palette. There are 24 shades in here, which is more than enough to put together an amazing eye look. And if you're looking for a palette for Halloween or just in general to have with this particular colour story, then you should absolutely go and get it. I love this, and it's definitely not a buy I'm going to regret, and you will be seeing this soon in another video. Let's finish up today's video there. I really hoped you enjoyed my tutorial / review of the new Corpse Bride X Revolution Upstairs Downstairs palette. And I hope that if you were debating buying it, that you pop off and go and treat yourself right now. If you do end up purchasing this palette, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you get on, what kind of looks you recreate, or if you already have this palette and if you love it just as much as I do, then definitely let me know that as well. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will leave links down below for things. I will leave links down below for my Instagram, where you can catch up with me almost daily. I post on there. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. If you have enjoyed yourself, then make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And so you don't miss out on any more videos from me, I would love it if you joined my tiny corner of the internet and hit that subscribe button as well. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching once again. Keep smiling, keep your chin up, keep creative, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye. Love it. Love it.